Good morning, Primary Threes. In the last few weeks, we've learned a lot about ancient Egypt. We learned about how they've lived, about River Nile, about King Tut and his treasures. So, have you ever wondered how and why do we know about them? Alright, so today we will be learning more about artifacts and why are artifacts very important in helping us find out about the past. So what are artifacts? Artifacts are objects made, modified, and used by people in the past and later found by archaeologists. And yes, all of those more than 5,000 items that were found in King Tut's tomb, all of those are artifacts. And of course, including his mummy. Now, maybe some of you are wondering, why including his mummy? Yes, the mummy is already an object because it's a product of mummification which was performed by people. So we are going to look at some of the objects that the ancient Egyptians have left behind. And also we're going to have a look and see if you can answer the questions for each one. And of course some of them were already mentioned in our previous lessons. So here is our number 1. What do you think are these strange looking objects? What do you think are they used for? And who do you think used them? Alright, so these are canopic jars. Yes, they were used as containers. And these were used for putting the organs like lungs, liver, and stomach. Yes, the guts. Whenever a person was mummified. So everything that's inside the body except for the heart is put inside the canopic jars. And who used these canopic jars? Of course, the people who embalm, the embalmers and the priests. Now here is number 2. What do you think is this object? What is it used for? And who used it? It's a harp. And of course, who doesn't know that a harp is a musical instrument? Okay? So a harp is a stringed musical instrument which is played by plucking. And yes, ancient Egyptians loved music, right? So this one was played or would have been played by richer Egyptians or their servants. So on the right side is a video and your teacher can play it to you guys so you can hear what a harp would sound like. Let's go to this big stone-like object. Okay, what do you think is this one? What do you think is it used for? And who do you think used it? Alright, so this one is a mace head. Okay, so mainly a mace head is a type of weapon and it would have been attached to a wooden or metal pole. It is also a symbol of authority and power. Now this one on the photo is King Narmer's mace head. It is believed that this one is only for ritual or ceremonial purposes because of the drawings that are engraved on it. Now what do you think is this one? And what is it used for? And who do you think used it? And this is a comb, and it's made from ivory and would have been used by rich Egyptians. And boys and girls, do you know that ancient Egyptians don't use comb like how we normally use it? Yes, they use it as decoration on their head. A comb is a symbol of status for ancient Egyptians. And what do you think is this one? What is it used for? And who used it? This is a makeup palette. This would have been used for mixing components needed for makeup before applying it to the face. And it is shaped like a hifbo, if you can notice, and would have been used by a wealthy Egyptian woman. And do you know that in ancient Egypt, men also put on makeup? Yes, because it's not only used to enhance personal appearance, but also to improve one's health. The ingredients used in these ointments, oils, the creams often help soften one's skin, and also because they live in the desert, they also protect the wearer from sunburn and protect their eyes, and also improved one's self-esteem. And if you've noticed, they put on a very dark eyeliner, and wearing this dark makeup around their eyes could have been a way to shield their eyes from the bright sun because it helped deflect the glare away. All those objects that were left behind by previous civilizations are called artifacts. Again, they are objects that were made, modified, and used by people from long ago and were found by the archaeologists. Now, artifacts are very crucial to our understanding of history because they tell us so much about people and culture of the past. Now, one great example of this is the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone was found in 1799 by some French soldiers who were building a fort in Egypt. It is called the Rosetta Stone because it was found in a town called Rosetta. It was made during King Ptolemy V's time, which was around year 200 BC, and is unique because it is written in two languages, Egyptian and Greek, using three different scripts. The one on top is hieroglyphics, which were used exclusively by Egyptian priests, making the decoding unavailable for others. The middle one is Demotic or the Common Egyptian, and the third one at the bottom is written in Greek. Now you may be wondering what the Greek language is doing in ancient Egypt. Why is there Greek in ancient Egypt? That was because King Ptolemy V, who ordered for the making of these Rosetta Stone, his great-great-great-grandfather, Ptolemy I, was a Greek general who settled in ancient Egypt. Many people had tried to decipher hieroglyphics to see what the ancient Egyptian writing said, but no one had managed to do it. Jean-Francois Champollion, however, after many years of study, was able to use a Rosetta Stone and his knowledge of Greek and other ancient languages to finally translate hieroglyphics in 1822. Thanks to Champollion and the Rosetta Stone, historians are now able to find out even more about the ancient Egyptians by studying and translating the hieroglyphics that cover ancient Egyptian or that cover Egyptian artifacts. Here are some examples of hieroglyphics. What do you think they might be saying? Do you want to learn how to write hieroglyphics? So before you guys go and learn how to write hieroglyphics, let's take a look at this last photo. So this is an ancient Egyptian wig. Yes, it's a wig. It's a fake hair. Remember when I said ancient Egyptians don't really use the comb like how we normally use it? That was because it was customary for both men and women in ancient Egyptians, even children, by the way, to shave their heads bald because of hygiene, vanity, and their religious beliefs. So what are they going to comb if they don't have hair to comb? Alright, so ancient Egyptians would wear elaborate, specially made wigs. And these wigs were also a symbol of status. There are a lot more purposes for the wig during ancient Egypt, and if you guys want to know them, you can research them and share it to us next week. Alright, so that's it for today, and see you next week. Bye!